Hey everybody, my name is Jeremiah Craig and I'm coming at you from Idaho Cowboy Supply here in Caldwell, Idaho. Look at this Hondo. Doesn't it look familiar? This is the Hondo 8506. Let's get into it.
I'm just here to connect ya, and then I'll be on my way.
All right guys, you guys have asked for where you can find the Hondo 2670, and this is pretty much exactly like the 2670, except it's a lot taller and has a little bit of a spur shelf. I also got a request to do a video on the 8504, which is right here. Very similar. You know, the only difference is the spur shelf. So this 8504 is 16 inches tall, bull hide, same thing as this, except you got a spur shelf here, and they have both models at the Idaho Cowboy Supply. So if you guys are interested in getting either, you gotta call them. Let's look at it more closely and get straight into the rundown. All right guys, this Hondo 8506 features an awesome bull hide on the vamp and the counter. I love this bull hide. It's very soft, and it's got some thickness to it too. Like, I saw a sample that Phil had. This is very thick, thicker than you would expect, because they skive it up here at the tongue so that it fits real nicely up in here and has a nice edge so they can sew it, but it is thick down in here, but it's still really soft. That's what you love about bull hide. It also features a little bit more round toe than what we saw with the 2670, but it's still a great look. It stands at 16 inches tall. This is another one of those Hondo tall tops that we love to see, and it has a 2-inch heel. In this case, it also features a nice spur shelf here in case you need that for the work that you do. On the outsole, we have a leather outsole with wood pegs and nails in here, like we see so frequently with Hondo. This is very traditional construction. You guys know how it is. On the inside, it is leather lined all the way through, and for an insole, we got that traditional hard leather insole that I always love to see on these true cowboy boots. This is a true cowboy boot right here. You guys know it. You guys know. The Hondo 8506 is also made in Mexico and is coming in at $249 here at Idaho Cowboy Supply, which is another incredible deal. The prices here are awesome for their Hondo boots, for their Cowtown boots. Like, it's crazy what they're selling these boots for. I think it's an incredible deal, so be sure to call them if you're interested in getting this boot. If you guys were looking for the 2670, I know a lot of you guys are, which is this one right here that I'm wearing right now. You know, this is the same thing, just got a little bit more of a U-toe here than what this one does. This 8506 and the 8504 does have a little bit more round of a toe to it, and of course, it's taller. The 2670 is 14 inches tall, and the 8506 or the 8504 is 16 inches tall. Now let's try this boot on and see how it looks and feels. All right guys, I got on the Hondo 8506 right now. It's a tall boot, and it feels just like you would expect from Hondo. It feels great. You got that hard leather insole in there, and man, I don't think you could go wrong with the hard leather insole, because it's gonna form to your feet. It's gonna last longer than any other insole that you might get. Sure, it might shock some folks who are used to those removable foam insoles or to have a little bit of padding in their cowboy boot, but the longevity and the comfort in the long run, you can't be beat. So I'm loving the feel of this boot right now, and of course, it's got the spur shelf there in case you need it, but if you don't need a spur shelf and you're looking to like really stack your jeans, then the spur shelf is good for that too, because it stops the jeans and you get that extra stack. So you can see here that on these jeans, which are kind of stacking a little bit, you can see here that it's stopping at the spur shelf and starting to bag a little bit, get baggy down there. And if you really like to stack and get like really baggy, then you might want to go with a spur shelf. I don't like to get too baggy. I think if you stack too much, it gets a little sloppy, but it is always nice to stack when you are wearing cowboy boots. The toe shape here is a little bit more wide round than the 2670, but I can't say that I hate it, you know? I don't mind it at all. It's not the best look for like going out or anything, but these boots aren't meant to go out in, they're meant to work in. So this is a working boot through and through, and I think this is a great toe shape for a working boot. It also gives you a little bit extra room at the toes too, in case you wanted to wear thicker socks on those cold days. And up here in Idaho, you know, it can get cold. Here is the POV. You can see what I'm talking about with that. A little bit more round toe. Here, let me grab the 2670 so you can see the difference. POV. I think Hondo calls it the 5-toe, but everything about it is pretty much the same. The bull hide, bug and wrinkle there, and also it is a little bit taller here, and you do have that spur shelf. The 2670 doesn't have that. All right, guys, the 8506. I know a lot of you guys are looking for the 2670. This is pretty much exactly the same, except it's just a little taller and has a little bit more of a spur shelf, and of course a little bit wider of a round toe. And you guys already know how much I love the 2670, and I love this just as much. If you guys are looking for the 2670 and you can't find it, because I get messages from you guys all the time, where can I find the 2670? Where can I find it? I still haven't found a store with a bunch of 2670s, but this is as close as it gets. Still from Hondo, still the Hondo quality. It's just a little bit taller at 16 inches tall rather than 14 inches tall. And whew, I love it. You guys know I love this kind of boot. So if you are in the market for a 2670, maybe consider going the 8506 or the 8504. Same thing, just with less of a spur shelf there. And it's coming in at just under $250 here at the Idaho Cowboy Supply, and you can call them. They will ship across the United States if you need them to. Their number is 208-459-1571, and tell them that you saw this video. Hey, I saw Jeremiah with the 8506 in your store, and because that goes a long way. I like to let the stores know that me being in here holding up space for like an hour or so is valuable to them too. So thank you so much for watching today. If you're ever passing through Caldwell, you gotta stop here because the ambiance, this store is so cool. Just to come in here and look around, and of course smell all of the leather that they got here. It's awesome. If you found this video valuable, entertaining, educational, please consider subscribing. If you haven't yet, it goes a long way to helping this channel grow. I will see you guys around. Peace. Thanks for watching.
No one builds them like Hondo, though many try. Traditionally made for a good price, and there's only one place where you should buy, and that's Idaho Cowboy Supply. Yeah. Thanks for watching today. Why don't you check out this video up here about another Hondo boot, the 2012. It's pretty badass. Or I got a music video down here that I think you might enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Have a good one.